I'm Chef Kelly, and I'm going to be teaching you how to make pozole today. The holidays are fast approaching, so make sure that you get your cooking kit from the community center that's going to be filled with all kinds of great ingredients. The only thing that we didn't add to your cooking kit is olive oil, chicken, and also salt, because we felt that you can grab your chicken. We didn't want to make sure that your chicken was held safe. So if you can pick up about a pound of chicken or pork is another ingredient that you can choose instead of using chicken. So I'm going to show you the ingredients that we're going to be using today. We have onion, we have a variety of chilies, we have ancho, Californian, and then we have the little chili de árbol. Be careful of these spicy guys. And then we also have some cilantro, we have some cabbage, some lime and radish for garnish, and then a couple of spices, which I'm sure you're very familiar with, which is oregano and also cumin. And we're gonna be and then also we have hominy. We're gonna give you a big, huge can of hominy so you can make the recipe twice. So let's get started. Okay, we're gonna start with our chicken and our onion, and we're gonna get that going. So I'm gonna show you how to quickly cut an onion. I take one side of the onion, the bottom part, and cut that off, and then I take the top part and cut that off as well. And then I'll cut it in half. Then I'm just gonna easily take off the side, the little onion paper that's around it, and then place it face down, okay? If you have it facing up, those oils go right into your eyes, and that's what really starts making you cry. So I'm gonna push that aside, and then I like to go through and slice it with my knife just towards me. And then I'll do the other one as well. My table here has got a little bit of wiggle in it. And then I'm just gonna turn it, and I'm gonna push forward and slice this time instead of pulling back. And every chef kind of does their onions a different way. I think this way is really quick and easy, and it gives you a nice, really pretty dice. So this onion is very large, and we're just gonna use one in here, okay? So if your onions are smaller, then let's use two, okay? So I already got a pan going over here. I've got some heat on there. There's nothing in here. But now I'm gonna put about a tablespoon of olive oil. I already have pre-cooked chicken. Your chicken can be raw. If it's raw, then just dice it before you put it in here. But over time, it's gonna break down a little bit more, so it's a little more shredded. So I'm gonna go ahead and place that chicken in there. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add my onion too. Okay. Okay, so I have our onion and our chicken cooking. And what I'm looking for is just to give those onions a little bit of color, which is gonna be a little golden brown. That's just gonna pull out those natural sugars from the onion. So as you can see, we're already getting a little bit of color, and we're gonna let those go a little bit more. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk you through how to do our chilies, okay? So these are the different chilies. Every chili has a little bit of a different flavor and also a different spice level. So what I like to do is I just tear this. You can use scissors if you want. Put them in this bowl here. I just tear them open and dump the seeds out, okay? Because nobody really likes chewing on seeds. If there's a couple of seeds in there, that's completely fine. And then I just rip them in half. So basically, I'll go through all of these. I'm using 2 or 3 chilies that are in your package. And then when it comes to the other spice, which is these little guys, okay, these are very spicy. So what I recommend is maybe starting off with 5 or 6. And these ones really don't have the stems on them, so you can throw those in there. And then we're just gonna cover this with a quart of water, okay? This is a quart, it's 4 cups of water. So you're gonna cover it with that, and then you're gonna bring it up to a boil. And then you're gonna let it simmer for about 10 minutes. And then also with that, you're gonna add a couple of spices. You're gonna add cumin, and then you're gonna add oregano, and we'll just go ahead and add that now. And then all you're gonna do is bring that up to a boil, and then what you're gonna do is set aside, let it cool, and then put it in a blender. Once it's in the blender, it'll be nice and smooth like this. It makes a beautiful chili sauce, okay? And then you check the temperature, and if you want to add more chilies, then you can just soak a couple more of the little chili de arbos and then throw those in there as well. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at what we've created here so far. I poured the water in, okay, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring it up to a simmer and let that chicken cook all the way through. Okay, so if you're using raw chicken or raw pork, and you can also, if you're using pork takes a while for it to break down. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to cook it for about 45 minutes to an hour and a half, just to make sure that that pork gets really nice and tender. And I'd also recommend using if you're using chicken, to use a chicken thigh, because of the texture will break down a lot better than using something like a chicken breast. So now we kind of have our base, okay? And then what we did is we had all of our chilies that we pureed together. We also have our hominy. You're gonna add 32 ounces or 4 cups of hominy. It's already looking delicious. And then what really gives it the color is all those chilies. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that too. And this is always something that you can make the day before, even 2 days before. And then the day of, just come up with all of your garnishes, okay? Everyone does different garnishes. What we're doing today is we're gonna be doing cabbage, some radishes, some lime, and cilantro. And the color looks so beautiful. Look at that red color. That's what we're looking for in a beautiful pozole. We wanna taste all those chilies and all that spice. So I'm going to set that right here. Okay. So for the cabbage, you have a whole thing of cabbage. What I like to do is just to take one side of it, and then same thing as the onion, you're just gonna slice through really thin. And then if you feel that you need to turn the cabbage, then go ahead and turn it just to get that last bit of it. But you really wanna have it really nice and shredded. So every bite has a little bit of a crunch, but not too big of a crunch. And we'll put that in our bowl, and you can just always set up something at your table and have these in your refrigerator, so you can just pull them out as you're ready. Okay, so these are gonna be all of our toppings. And you won't need that much cabbage. You could also top it with tortilla chips too if you'd like. Set that aside. And then really what we're doing is we're just gonna wait for that to cook a little bit longer and develop all those beautiful flavors. It smells so good. Okay, then I'm gonna come back and we're going to plate it up. Okay, so this has been simmering for a while. And once it comes up to a boil, then just turn it down a little bit. You don't want a rolling boil, because what happens is your soup ends up being really cloudy and can be gray. So I always like to tell cooks when you're cooking in the kitchen is just to turn down that heat and just let it be a nice simmer. So it's just underneath a boil. That's what you're looking for. Okay, so when you do pozole, you kind of want to get 1 ladle full of the hominy and the protein, and then what you want to do is do the rest with broth. So that's what we're going to do here. Just a little bit in there, and then I'm going to come back and get some broth. Oh, it looks so good. The color is stunning. I'm going to do one more over here. Presentation is everything, right? Okay, I'm just gonna turn, so that's a boil, and we're gonna turn that down just a little bit so we have more of a simmer. Okay, so now we're gonna garnish it. I'm going to take some of the cabbage, a little handful of cabbage, and then we're going to do another handful of cabbage over here. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of cilantro. Nice freshness, and aromatic with those beautiful herbs. And then we're going to do some radish slices. It gives a little bit of spice and also texture. God, it looks so gorgeous. The holidays are here. No turning back now. And then I'm going to add a little bit of lime here. And then I'll take one lime, just kind of do a little squeeze over the top, and that'll give those vegetables a little bit of shine as well. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of finishing salt, just so when you take your first bite, it'll make your mouth start watering right away. And so there it is. There's the pozole. Super quick and easy to make if you prepare ahead of time. I hope you have fun making it. I would love to see pictures. And happy holidays to all of you.